Hey everyone, my name is Diamond. In Lithuanian language, it's Deimante. It means diamond, so you can call me Diamond. And some of you will know me, some of you won't, some of you will know me a little bit. And the reason I'm recording this is I want to declare a challenge to myself, to the world, that I will be recording 30 days. Every single day I will record a video that will come from my heart, from my wisdom, from the truth of the experience that I will be going in the moment. And I'm really noticing that there's so much beauty that wants to come out of me, that wants to unfold, that wants to be shared, that wants to be witnessed and heard. Yet there's lack of action, and there's multiple reasons. Setting up the YouTube channel. How should I do this? What should I talk about? Will people be interested? All these different reasons and considerations that I think for most of us really blocks us in our tracks. And so I thought, let's play. And this is how I approach life as well, from this resistance to actually turning that resistance into play and making it fun and making it playful, so that I am then drawn to engage into it. And just to give you a background, because I'll be mentioning my clients, I'm a life coach, and I declared myself as an orgasmic life coach, not just a life coach. And as I'll be sharing and going through my journey, I'll elaborate on it more, hopefully, if that comes out. In this moment right now, it doesn't feel like it's necessary. But just to preface that, because a lot of my inspiration comes from my clients and from the work that I do, which is beautiful. And a lot of the times I will be pausing and closing my eyes and breathing. And that's just for a way for me to recenter, ground back into my body. And refocus, recalibrate. So that's a little bit about me. And I'm not sure what I want to share in this video. And again, I will be sharing things that will be floating through my mind that I will be scared to share, but I will still do it. And it's in service for everyone who will be watching and listening, to show the power of vulnerability and witnessing oneself in your experience, and noticing and articulating those noticings. There's so much power in that. And one of the reasons that I will be doing that is for you to show you that it's okay. It's okay to feel, and it's okay to resist, and it's okay to verbalize it, because that's just a floating experience. It's not the ultimate truth, and that doesn't define you. So that's gonna be one of my key teachings that I would love for you to take away for yourself. And so going back to this noise in my mind and reasons why I shouldn't be doing it, I came to this conclusion that I want to do this for myself. And I know that everyone who will be watching will benefit one way or another, because I know that. So why don't I simply do it? Why don't I simply share and allow my experience to be recorded, and trust that it will touch the hearts of those who need, who look, who search. And now my mind went blank. And also being in that space where your mind goes blank and allowing it to be okay, not stressing about it. There were times where I had this big judgment of mine, that my mind is very scattered and that I cannot articulate myself clearly. And that judgment kept me imprisoned for so many years. So many years I've been disconnected from people because I cannot articulate myself clearly. People won't understand, people won't get me. And when I started delving deeper into myself and noticing the stories that run in my head and how much they limit and control me, and I've noticed this particular story, I was like, what if I change that? What if I stop listening to that judgment? At the time, I didn't really know how to work through those judgments in comparison to now. Now I have the process, I have the techniques that I guide my clients through, that I guide myself through. But back then, it was just noticing. And as they say, awareness is the first step. So I've noticed that, and I just probably heard on a podcast or something that, like, I don't have to listen to that, I can change that. And I was like, okay, what if I'll stop, And the exploration began of overriding that old pattern, that old judgment. And it's insane. I remember I used to watch videos of people online and I would be like, fuck, how are they doing it? Like, I would stutter when I would have to speak in front of people, let alone camera. Like, it was out of my realm of possibilities that it's not possible for me. Like, I'm not that. Like, who am I to share? And seeing and witnessing myself now, just allowing myself to be raw, to be vulnerable, to be me, to be expressed, to be seen, to be heard, to be imperfect. To be messy, to be ugly. And know that it means fuck nothing. It means nothing about who I am deep inside of me. My passing through experience doesn't define me. So there's a lot of freedom in that, and I've been deeply immersed in self-work and exploring my shadows and different rabbit holes to be in this place today where I am now. And it's not a destination again, it's ever evolving and changing. But to be able to be here, to sit in front of camera and talk openly and freely, and feel my body as I do that, and feel what's arising in me, noticing. And you see that I'm breathing deeply. Actually, one of the reasons is because I had 2 cups of green tea, and I think, it's a little bit stimulating. But one of the other reasons is that it's one of the ways of releasing, inhaling and just allowing it to go, moving that energy through. And for some of you, it might seem like a woo-woo thing. This is something I've learned through journeying in spiritual, sexual, shamanic experience containers, where a lot of this is welcome and actually invited, and one of the ways to connect with ourselves, with our senses, through this active release of some sort, a sigh, a movement, a shake, a scream, just allowing whatever wants to come through to come through. So you will notice that a lot as well, that breathing. Let me just grab my tea. Just a sip left. And one of the other things you will notice, how unashamedly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, I'm pausing and I'm slowing down, and I'm really encouraging that by being that. And there's so much power in this fucking fast-paced world. We're watching all these shorts, reels, quick stimulation. Someone's pausing to slow down and we lose attention. It's interesting how distracted we are these days. And by being with someone who is slow intentionally, who is present with themselves intentionally, really allows you to feel that calm. And a lot of the times I'm being told that my presence is very calming. And that's beautiful, but it's not a given. Like, I'm in the same rat race. Not the same rat race, but I'm in the same environment. I've quit my rat race some years ago. But I'm in the same stimulating environment. I'm also bombarded. There's ways, obviously, that I intentionally disconnect and I don't watch news or I don't scroll social media mindlessly, because I know how it works. I know how it stimulates my mind and my brain. And where was I going? So yeah, just being with someone who is slow intentionally will create unease in yourself. You will notice that your mind is racing, that you want to skip through, you want to speed it up. And it almost feels like being with me is like meditation, because you'll have to slow down. It's just the effect that happens, and you will notice your mind racing. And most of you will probably not even watch or skip or whatever, but that's okay. All is welcome. I only want to make you aware of what may happen. And I feel like it's almost like we're gonna have a surgery at the end of it, and I'm describing all of the symptoms that you could expect, all of the side effects. And for some of you, it might be like a surgery, because I will be sharing, as I said, I will be raw, open, and vulnerable, and I will be sharing some deep truths and some uncomfortable truths. And for some of you, it may feel like a surgery. It may feel like a surgery for me, sharing something I've never might have shared in public. But the more I can sit in that discomfort, the more I can share it with you, the more liberated I am, the more liberated you are. The more you see how I can share my truth, the more access you will have to your truth and sharing your truth, right? This is how life works. You see what's possible for an ordinary or extraordinary human, and you're like, fuck, that's available for me too. I hope you can see it from there, because we're all the same. Everyone who's at the top, who seems as though they have it together, they started here as well. And they keep doing the work, they keep putting in the reps. Nothing is given, everything is earned and worked for. And so my state of being, the way I am, my calming presence is created every day. Created through meditation, created through intentional practices of mindfulness, going out for a walk and allowing my mind to wander, not scrolling my phone, trying not to multitask. So different things. So I've not born this way. I've created myself this way, and I'm creating myself this way. And creation is something that I will talk a lot about, how we create our reality. And sometimes it may be abstract, but I will try to be as clear as possible. But if there's something you don't understand, just allow it to be. Just let it go. Don't try to overanalyze me or understand me. It's not the point. The point is, what are you experiencing when you're with me? When you're hearing me talking, what are you hearing for yourself? What in my experience is your lesson? What can you see in my experience as a lesson for you? Blah. And I will be imperfect. I'm not afraid to be messy, so I'll be messy here as well. And I'm all about fun, even though recording this now just feels very calming and grounding and soothing. I am me, and I am hilarious a lot. I crack myself up a lot of the times. So you'll have that as well. And yeah, that childlike playfulness, excitement, wonder, fascination for life, for humans, for what's possible. Yeah. Orgasmic is the state of being that's available to all of us. That's not exclusive for anyone. That's all inside of you. But it's clouded by thoughts, by judgments, by different feelings, by different stimulations, by different stories. And if you're not in touch, that doesn't mean that you're not that, you are. And it just takes noticing and removing what's in the way. And I guess unintendedly, I am going into that, into being and articulating what an orgasmic life coach means to me, or orgasmic life in general. So by experiencing myself so deeply, so lovingly, so vibrantly, so presently, so joyously, like I'm a living proof that orgasmic state of being is accessible. And that's my mission in life, to allow for people to experience that in themselves. And there's different ways of doing that, different ways to experience that. And the most natural way for me comes through a conversation and a dialogue with someone, when I allow them to begin to see what they were not seeing before about themselves, their blind spots. their judgments that are limiting them, that are clouding their seeing. There's other modalities too, like meditation, like being in flow, seeing the sunrise or a sunset, and deeply experiencing something. And that something is actually you. Being in love and feeling love. Being grateful and feeling gratitude. And knowing that you can experience that every day. And I'm not saying that every single day you wake up orgasmic, but you know that's deep inside of you, and you know that the passing through experience of sadness, of frustration, is not who you really are. It's just a passing through experience, and it's okay not to feel orgasmic, and to feel the sadness, to feel the grief, to feel the anger. It's actually welcome, all is welcome in your experience, in my experience. And it's the subtlety of holding it all, of being with it all, and moving past it, allowing it to move past you. And now I'm going very spiritual, wishy. But that's who I am. Very paradoxical. I can be very analytical, very logical. I can be very abstract. I can be very fun, and I can be very sad. And for the longest of time, I couldn't comprehend how it all can be. I remember when a couple of years back, I was so lost, looking for my life's purpose. And I thought it's one thing that I need to find and discover. And reading Robert Greene's Mastery, a book about where for 10,000 hours you need to master this one thing and you will be a master. And I was like, fuck, what is this one thing? Searching, ruthlessly, futile search. What is this one thing? Why the fuck everyone has that one thing and I don't? Being obsessed about it. It's getting a bit chilly. Being obsessed about it. Not finding it. The amount of frustration I remember, it was insane. It was like fucking banging my head against the wall over and over, and experience and book and training and course and this and that and questions, coaching, crying, fuck, so much. Just to find that one thing. And what I came to realize later, I was like, I don't remember exactly what was the experience that I was going through, but it just hit me. I was like, fuck, it's not gonna be one thing. My being is so multi-dimensional, it's so vast, it cannot fucking be one thing. I'm just trying to put the ocean into a cup. No, it's not how it works. And recognizing that liberated me. Liberated, but also distracted into so many different directions, which is okay. I got to explore. I don't know why I'm doing this with my eyes. It feels a bit itchy. Got to explore many things. And luckily I stumbled upon something that is my thing. And it is coaching, but it's not the only thing. I love doing this. I love speaking. I love sharing. I love teaching. I love dancing. I love playing my guitar. I love fucking Excel spreadsheets. I love data so fucking much. And then how do you combine it all? You know, it's like, or like to me, it used to feel like, but if I am a coach, how does dancing work with that? How does Excel spreadsheet work in that? You know, how does data, like all these questions. And I'm like, fuck, I don't need to define myself. I don't need to put myself into a box, into a label. And if I choose to be a life coach, why the fuck can I not be anything else? You know, why can I not be a dancer? Why can I not be an actress? You know, I can be it all. And I am. I am it all. I am the light of love. And that's a peculiar fact about me there for you. Some friends call me Jukebox, and it's funny how people pick this up from me as well. And you might pick this up as well, just warning you, that whenever I'm in the conversation, normally in a dialogue with someone, not on my own so as often, but I hear a word and a song springs into my mind. So there you go, light of love, I am. And now I'm trying to trace back the thoughts from which this whole, not the whole conversation, but the last part of life's purpose and exploration came from, because I wanted to tie it back in. And I lost the thread. And it's not important. That's the life, right? You have to move forward. Don't search, don't try to understand, overanalyze, just fucking move forward. And I'm saying this to myself. And I'm saying this to you. And that's the beauty of being in conversation for me. It's everything I say to someone, I'm saying it to myself. And this concept of us being a mirror to each other, it's just beautiful. We always have something to learn and teach from one another. If only we are open-minded and listen. And listening is a beautiful skill that is a practice of ongoing sharpening of the sword, so to speak. You cannot be a good listener, because if you think you are, you're not. Because listening is an evolution, it's a constant creation in the conversation. It's a constant represencing yourself and pausing and slowing down. And I'm feeling how I want to go deeper into that. And I feel like I also want to hold myself back because I don't know how relevant it is now. I feel like this will be the intro video for the series that I will do. And I don't know how it will look like, but it will certainly evolve as I will evolve, as you will evolve if you will follow along my journey or your journey. You can create this being your journey, and you can see myself as yourself. Oh my God, I'm such a philosopher. You will notice that. I just love contemplating and pondering, and I love using analogies, which you will also get to experience to explain this complex life that we're in. So I feel like I've given a lot, and a glimpse, a drop in the ocean. But I feel like this gives you a good sense of what I am about, who I am. A sense, right? Not the information. And It gives me a good feeling about starting this. I believe in the good things coming, coming, coming. I believe in the good things coming, coming, coming. Anyway, if you watched this far, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you for being curious, for following your intuitive nudge. You may know it, you may not, but this is what guided you to this video. And I acknowledge you for staying till the end, for being with me, because it's not for everyone. And you're not everyone. You're someone really special. And I may not know you, but the fact that you've stayed and watched this along says a lot about you to me. And I appreciate you witnessing me with whatever was the experience that you were going through. And I hope that you take something out of this for yourself. And if you do, and you want to share, I'm here. I'm here to listen. I'll see you in the next video.